Check out my last video where I reviewed the Fifine T669 microphone, a USB plug-in microphone that I think you guys will love. Check it out. Video 2 that will be attached to this video at the end. So once you're done watching this video here, watch my last video on Wednesday, and you guys can see my review or hear my review of the Fifine T669 microphone. So in that last video that I made, I mentioned that there was something that I want to talk about. There was something that I wanted to attach to that video, but I didn't because my audio was actually kind of fucked up, and that was my fault. It was not the fault of my software. It wasn't the fault of my hardware. It was just me not having the volume at a high level. So today we're going to talk about that. I was going to do a where is. Usually when we get back to our schedule, where is always our Friday video, and we are going to get back to where is. It literally is the series that people came to this channel for. When it comes to my videos with the most views, where is literally the most viewed series that I have. I also want to do more of the Impact. I have 2 episodes of the Impact. I want you guys to watch that series, because to me it's not about my channel or about me myself. It's about understanding the impact that a game has on an industry. So we have 2 videos for that right now. We have one for Halo and one for Dark Souls. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to have one for Mass Effect. That's probably going to be the next one. But we're going to go beyond that. We're going to go into Battle Royales and just continue talking about games that impact the industry, that impacts us as gamers. But today I want to talk about something real, something that's our current reality. And a lot of people you want to ignore. You're tired of everywhere you go, you hear about COVID-19. It's on your news, it's on your social media, it's on your YouTube. Everywhere you go, you hear COVID-19. Now here's the thing you understand. This is our reality, and it's going to be our reality for a while. It's not something where it's it's a temporary thing and after a week it's gone. No, this is our reality for a while. It could be a month, 2 months, 3 months, or even longer than that. And I'm not going to go into the details of everything involving COVID-19 because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an economist. I am not anyone who has certification to talk about the virus itself. But what I do want to talk about is how it impacts us as gamers and how it impacts our community, how it impacts our industry. Because I am a gamer and I do work in this community, in this industry. So that's what this video is about. It's not about the virus itself. It's about how it impacts us, how it impacts developers, how it impacts publishers. So you've already seen the beginning of the impact of this virus on gaming. E3 got canceled. GDC got canceled. Some games might end up getting delayed. We might see a delay of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. We might see even more, companies take big hits and losses because they're not going to be making the money that they used to making this quarter. Microsoft and Ubisoft, and I'm pretty sure Nintendo as well, and some others are going to do a digital showing for E3 week, but E3 itself is just not happening. And the big thing that I want to talk about when it comes to that is E3 has always been on a downward slope. E3, in my opinion, could potentially die because of COVID-19. And I say that because, think about it this way. When it came to last year's E3 conference, who actually was at E3 itself? Not who had shows that week of E3, who was actually at E3. Because that means 2 different things. E3 week has become an actual thing where, yes, E3 is happening, but the conferences aren't actually taking place at E3. They're outside of E3, but they're around it. So what usually happens during E3 the last few years is, you'll have, Xbox and PlayStation and Ubisoft and Bethesda and Square Enix and Nintendo do all their own shows during the same week as E3. It's considered a part of E3, air quotes. But it doesn't actually happen with inside E3. Usually E3 just relies upon, smaller studios, smaller developers, smaller companies, and basically test demos that are outside of those actual conferences to stay E3. But for a while, more and more companies have decided to do their own thing. There was a time where E3 actually had those conferences within E3. As in, they were actually a part of the show within the expo itself and not their own entities. Now they're their own entities. And because of COVID-19, they're even more so their own entities. Because now you don't even have those test demos. You don't even have those smaller studios or smaller companies. You don't have anything that actually can keep E3 afloat. Meanwhile, Xbox, Ubisoft, Nintendo, probably PS, probably Sony as well. I don't think I've heard if they are going to do a digital show, but those first companies that I named are all doing digital shows. They might see this as a way of saying, you know what, we don't need to spend a shit ton of money on an actual conference if we just do these digital shows and put them on Twitch or put them on YouTube, and that's it. So even furthermore, E3 could take an even bigger hit. But even beyond E3, even if E3 is just take a small hit and it goes back to how it has always been, by next year or the year after that, there's still people who are taking a huge hit because of this. Developers, they have to go home. A lot of them can't go to work. A lot of them are living in a state where, they're either a quarantine. They might have the virus itself. They might be living in a state that's shut down, so they have to stay at home and can't work. Maybe they can work from home. Who knows? But their money can be affected. They can be losing their job. They can get laid off. There's so much that can happen because of this virus, where developers themselves might not even have a job. And games are going to get delayed. Games are going to get postponed. Games might get canceled. This is affecting people on a level that's unprecedented. And as gamers, we have to understand the position that they are in. A lot of us have that thought process of, we're the consumer and they are the publisher. They are the ones who put out the products. We want our products. We give you money. We don't have a lot of people in this industry, especially when it comes to gaming, does not understand that they are people too. They have lives. They have families. They have a mortgage to pay. They have rent to pay. They have food to buy. They have all these things that they need to take care of when it comes to themselves. You have to understand that. Don't get mad when you hear Game X has been canceled, or postponed, or delayed, or the PS5 has been delayed, or Xbox Series X has been delayed. Don't get mad when you hear those things, because that's happening because the people who make those can't work right now. And you have to be understanding to them in their situation, not just, well, I want it now. Don't be a child about the situation. This is a serious situation. Part of why it's gotten as bad as it's gotten because no one took it serious. Everyone just saw it as another flu. And now it's here, and now it is wreaking havoc on the world, and now everyone's going, oh shit, this was serious. We could potentially go to another recession in America. This is going to have a huge impact on the economy. I just saw a news article that said, over 3 million people have already applied for unemployment. That number's going to skyrocket within the next month. And a lot of those people who are going to apply for unemployment are going to be game developers. They're going to be people who work within, small studios. Indie studios might get shut down entirely. This is going to have a huge impact on our community. It's going to have a huge impact on the industry. And even when it comes to streamers, when it comes to gamers themselves. If you're not working, you can't buy games. You can't buy equipment for your streams. So even for you as an individual content creator or a gamer, it affects you. Even if you don't even get close to getting the virus, or no one in your family gets the virus, if no one get the virus, it's still going to affect you because it affects the jobs around you. Be aware. Be sympathetic. Be empathetic. Care. Don't be ignorant. That's how I'm going to end this video. Don't be ignorant. With all that said, guys, the video I think of watching will enjoy. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.